Hi guys. So as you know that there are uh, too many information, too much information available on internet, right? Even in books and everything. So your mind will get distracted by all of this. Like you want to do this, sometimes you will indulge in that information. Sometimes you will indulge in that information. Sometimes you indulge in that information. So your attention, daily attention, is being scattered in all this information, right? So in long period of time, so in today, like if you evaluate your learnings or like how do you feel at the end of the day, you will think that you have learned something about something, right? But if you see on a longer period of time, this information is not going to help you. Like you are not becoming expert in any one of the field. Instead you are just like having high level of view of everything. So what's there is pros to and cons to like everything in the world. Like it's have both the feature. So we will going to discuss about what pros you are getting and what cons you are getting and how should you make progress in forward direction. So I would suggest it totally depend on you. But as long I noticed that you should feel like your confidence level will increase, your self-esteem will going to increase if you are become master in certain dimension. Certain dimension, what I means, you can see in any field, right? So master, what I means, you have like complete knowledge about it, or at least foundational knowledge about that field, and that is pure. Like you feel confident about it, so it is going to affect your self-esteem. But if your knowledge is scattered in every field and you do not know, so see, you have one brain and limited amount of time, so you cannot know everything unless you put some chip into your brain, right, which is connected to the internet or something. So it is impossible for human brain to accumulate this tremendous amount of knowledge that is scattered around the world. You cannot know everything about everything, right? It's impossible. That is the hard truth. You have to accept it. But it is your human brain tendency which will keep curiosity, which will like tempt you to go for each of the different fields. Like I want to do this, I want to learn this, I want to explore that part too. So it's your human tendency. So you have to fight for it, fight with it, right? You cannot let it win, because in the end you will like it is spoiling you and affecting your mental health somehow. Because on daily basis you are doing that only, right? You are absorbing some little information in every field, and in the like on that day you might feel like a little bit motivated or up, but you are not able to continue anything. So on longer period of a time you are not improving, right? And your self-esteem will be going to affected by that. So since there are too many information in the world, so what should you do? You shouldn't go for any of them. That is the, yeah, it is like kind of counterintuitive, but you have to pick one field and become master of it, and then go for the another field or another dimension. Why I'm telling this again, the mastery field. So before, yeah, so that is like there is one good concept that you have to like consider, that you have to consider before proceeding is, so you are born with certain talent. You all should agree, something different inside you, right? That will that will give you certain hints to go for certain direction, or if you are exploring most of the field, it will give you sense of completeness when you are doing that. So since you are on exploration path, right, when you are exploring what you like and what field excites you, in that time you can explore many field, like that is fine, right? But so let's suppose you have certain doubt, like you think it might happen sometimes, you think that you have interest in it, right? It's a very difficult question to know what you like, or what what is your talent that you are born with. It's very difficult to find what you are passionate about. So to know that, you have to go for one field which you think that yeah, this might be it. So you have to go for it at least 50% of the 50% of its like learning timeline, at least. To if you cross that, I'm considering like to learn anything you need 100% bar, you have to complete 100%. I'm saying you have to complete at least 50%, then you can reevaluate that whether you are getting interest in that field or not. If not, then you can start exploration again. But you have to go for at least 50% to make that decision that whether you like it or not like it, right? So so again, what's the point of discussing this? So I'm saying that in today's world, right, it is very hard to get focus. Your attention span is very small, becoming decreasing day by day because of Instagram and Snap story, and 15 second to 5 second to 2 second, 1 second, I don't know where it will end. But yeah, people are playing with it, and we don't know, nobody knows the consequences of it in the long term, how it will going to impact your brain, and also what will be the impact going to be in next generation. Nobody knows. So people can speculate about all this thing, I agree. But yeah. So and next thing, once you selected one of the field, like you have to be disciplined enough to continue it, and like it requires some willpower, but you have to make the consistency to build this willpower. So it's like kind of deadlock situation. By being consistent in anything, you will not increase your willpower. So to increase willpower, you have to start become consistent on something. Once you become consistent in one thing, then your willpower will increase, and you will able to get uh, more and more what to say more and more some power to continue through all the journey. And you have to somewhat force you to love that journey. That's also the fact. It's always, it will not all that you will like to sit and read 10 pages. It's impossible, right? So you have to force yourself. You have to persuade your mind that yeah, I like it, I am liking that reading 10 pages. Your goal shouldn't be the finish the 10 whole book. Your goal is that I like the 10 pages that I'm reading, right? So that's it for today. You have to what was the conclusion of this video is to reduce your exploration domain to certain field, and then carry it out for some time, at least 1 to 2 months, and then we can decide. Because people are getting depressed because not able to follow this thing and become lost in the new like boom of information. So they are keep getting their mind keep getting impacted by this certain reels, and certain people are sharing all this information even in blog posts and YouTube videos. So it is too much for your brain to accommodate. So you will feel okay. Now what how it's impacting you I will discuss in separate video, but that the conclusion is you should focus on one field, select one field, and then be consistent with it at least for 1 month and see how it is going to impact you.